The state of Wisconsin is voting to choose a judge for the state's Supreme Court. And while candidates in this election are non-partisan, both Democrats and Republicans have picked the candidates they're supporting. The parties have left no stone unturned to get their preferred judge elected. Voting began on Tuesday, and only one open judge position is on the ballot, but it is a critical election. The result will determine whether liberal left-leaning judges maintain their majority on the bench or if the status quo will change. For Democrat voters, abortion is a major polling issue. For the Republicans, it is faith-inspired rule of law.
I don't think that we should be governed by a law that was passed before the Civil War. And I don't think I have the right to put myself into somebody else's shoes when making those kinds of decisions of abortion rights. And so I just feel that we need to, in Wisconsin, have the laws reflect the modern times.
Elections are important, so are the Second Amendment rights, freedom of speech, anything in the First Amendment, freedom of religion. I would like a Supreme Court justice that's willing to stand up against another Evers-like shutdown of churches that happened during COVID. And I think Schimmel would do that, and I don't think his opponent would.
According to several reports, this might just be the most expensive court race on record in the country. An estimated $50 million has been spent on this election, and billionaire backers from both political camps have spent millions for their candidates' campaign. George Soros from the Democrats' camp and Elon Musk from the Republican camp have both been critical financiers in this election. Let's talk to our correspondent in the United States of America. Susan Teherani is now joining us live from New York. Good to see you, Susan. Maybe you can tell us the importance and the significance of this election in Wisconsin.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Eric, this is one seat that's open on Wisconsin Supreme Court. It's liberal leaning now. This election will determine that for the next decade, 10 years, whether or not the court is going to lean conservative or liberal. It's also important because, as many of us know, Wisconsin is a purple state. It's a swing state. So it really is a battleground in presidential elections as well. We have, of course, the midterms coming up in 2 years and then the presidential election in 4 years as well. It's not just the issue of abortion, it's voting rights. Wisconsin is also a very union-friendly state. So union bargaining is on the ballot as well as people go to vote. The official date of voting starts April 1st. This is early voting, but as we heard from the people of Wisconsin, they really want to get their voices heard. You have Elon Musk, who has invested heavily. You also have George Soros, who has invested heavily. When you have millionaires and billionaires backers like this really investing so much, it just shows how much is at stake.
Susan Teherani, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.